I just wanted to have a chance to publicly say thank you, because I think Hillary will go down as one of the finest Secretary of States we've had. It has been a great collaboration over the last 4 years. I'm going to miss her. Wish she was sticking around, but she has logged in so many miles I can't begrudge her wanting to take it easy for a little bit. But I want the country to appreciate just what an extraordinary role she's played during the course of my administration.
Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are two of the most prominent figures in recent American political history. Obama, the 44th President of the United States, and Clinton, former First Lady, Senator, and Secretary of State, have both left indelible marks on the nation's political landscape. Today we're looking into the intricacies of their political alliance, examining controversies and allegations that have surrounded their collaboration. From rivals to allies.
Or President Clinton asserts that I said that the Republicans had better economic policies since 1980. That is not the case.
It is sometimes difficult to understand what Senator Obama has said, because as soon as he is confronted on it, he says that's not what he meant. The facts are that he has said in the last week that he really liked the ideas of the Republicans over the last 10 to 15 years.
The 2008 Democratic primaries were a defining moment, characterized by a fierce contest between Obama and Clinton. Both candidates brought substantial political capital to the race. Obama, a junior senator from Illinois, captivated the nation with his message of hope and change, while Clinton, a seasoned politician and former First Lady, emphasized her extensive experience and readiness to lead from day one. Throughout the primaries, the rivalry between the two became increasingly heated. Debates often showcased sharp exchanges on policy differences and personal qualifications, reflecting the high stakes of the nomination. Clinton questioned Obama's experience, suggesting that his vision lacked the practical grounding necessary for effective governance. Conversely, Obama criticized Clinton's initial support for the Iraq War, positioning himself as the candidate of sound judgment and foresight. Despite the contentious nature of the primaries, the conclusion of the nomination process marked a significant turning point. After Obama secured enough delegates to clinch the nomination, Clinton conceded gracefully, endorsing Obama and urging her supporters to unify behind the Democratic ticket. The alliance between the two was further solidified when, after winning the presidency, Obama appointed Clinton as his Secretary of State. The decision was lauded as a masterstroke, bringing together two formidable political figures to advance America's foreign policy agenda. As Secretary of State, Clinton played a crucial role in various international initiatives, including the pivot to Asia, the intervention in Libya, and efforts to reset relations with Russia. Their collaboration during this period was pivotal in shaping U.S. foreign policy. The Benghazi Incident.
With all due respect, the fact is we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make? It is our job to figure out what happened and do everything we can to prevent it from ever happening again, Senator. Now, honestly, I will do my best to answer your questions about this, but the fact is that people were trying in real time to get to the best information.
On September 11, 2012, the U.S. diplomatic mission in Benghazi, Libya, was attacked by militants, resulting in the tragic deaths of 4 Americans, including Ambassador J. Christopher Stevens. The assault began late in the evening when armed militants stormed the compound, setting buildings ablaze and engaging in a prolonged firefight with the security personnel. The attack unfolded in 2 waves: the initial assault on the main compound and a subsequent attack on a nearby CIA annex. Despite efforts by both American and Libyan forces to repel the attackers, the assailants inflicted significant casualties and damage before withdrawing. In the aftermath, the Obama administration faced intense scrutiny over its handling of the incident. Critics argued that the administration had failed to provide adequate security measures for the Benghazi mission, especially considering the volatile security environment in Libya following the fall of Muammar Gaddafi. Questions arose about the preparedness of U.S. diplomatic facilities in high-risk regions and the allocation of resources to ensure the safety of American personnel abroad. The administration's initial characterization of the attack as a spontaneous protest rather than a premeditated terrorist act further fueled controversy and allegations of a cover-up. Hillary Clinton, serving as Secretary of State at the time, became a central figure in the ensuing investigations. As the head of the State Department, she bore responsibility for the security of diplomatic missions worldwide. Clinton testified before multiple congressional committees, acknowledging systemic failures that led to the inadequate security in Benghazi. She emphasized the need for comprehensive reforms to enhance the protection of U.S. diplomats and prevent similar tragedies in the future. Her testimony, particularly the moment when she questioned the significance of the attack's characterization, became a focal point in the political discourse. The Benghazi incident led to the establishment of several investigative bodies, including the Accountability Review Board, ARB, and the House Select Committee on Benghazi. The ARB report identified systemic failures and leadership deficiencies within the State Department, leading to recommendations for significant security enhancements. The House Select Committee's investigation extended over 2 years, culminating in a report that, while critical of certain administrative actions, found no evidence of deliberate misconduct by Clinton. Nevertheless, the prolonged investigations kept the Benghazi incident in the public eye. The Clinton Foundation controversy.
I think this is certainly a really significant problem for both Bill Clinton himself and the Clinton Foundation. It basically lays out the way that Teneo, the consulting firm run by Doug Band, a close Clinton aide who's known as the architect of Bill Clinton's post-presidency, it lays out the way that Teneo was kind of the connecting tissue between the Clinton Foundation and the Clinton family and corporate America, major multinational corporations, in some case foreign corporations, that wanted to be connected to the Clinton Foundation for good reasons or for questionable ones. And this memo shows that Doug Band and another longtime Clinton Foundation aide, Justin Cooper, were simultaneously trying to help corporations donate to the foundation. In other words, trying to get these corporations who they consulted for to do philanthropic work, while also trying to get them to enrich Bill Clinton by hiring him to be, an advisor or a board member or what have you. Basically, to pay him to affiliate himself with some of these companies. It's all really questionable, and it's a big problem for the Clinton family.
The Clinton Foundation, established in 1997, aimed to address global issues such as health crises, economic development, and climate change. Over the years, it grew into a significant philanthropic organization, attracting donations from individuals, corporations, and foreign governments. But during Hillary Clinton's tenure as Secretary of State from 2009 to 2013, questions arose regarding the foundation's activities and whether donors to the foundation were granted preferential treatment or access to the State Department. Critics argued that such relationships created a conflict of interest, as foreign entities could potentially use donations as a means to influence U.S. policy. The controversy intensified when reports surfaced suggesting that some high-value donors had secured meetings with Clinton while she was serving as Secretary of State. Defenders of the Clinton Foundation pointed to its extensive charitable work, which included programs aimed at combating HIV and AIDS, increasing access to clean water, and providing disaster relief in developing nations. They contended that accusations against the foundation were politically motivated, aiming to discredit Clinton during her 2016 presidential bid. The foundation's leadership also maintained that all donations were properly vetted and that Clinton did not personally benefit from any contributions. And they argued the foundation's transparency measures, including the publication of donor lists, distinguished it from other philanthropic organizations. The Uranium One Deal.
There are elements of the entire saga, which started back in 2005, that I don't think are threats to national security, certainly not treasonous, maybe not criminal, but at least stink to high heaven when it comes to the Clintons and lots of money flowing to their foundation on behalf of people connected to Uranium One who needed favors and got them.
The sale of Uranium One, a Canadian company that controlled 20% of U.S. uranium production capacity, to Rosatom, a Russian state-owned nuclear energy corporation, became a contentious issue in U.S. politics. The deal was approved by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States in 2010, during Hillary Clinton's tenure as Secretary of State. Because the transaction involved the sale of an American asset to a foreign entity, multiple government agencies, including the State Department, were required to sign off on the deal. While Clinton's role in the approval process was officially limited, critics speculated that the deal was influenced by donations to the Clinton Foundation. Reports indicated that between 2009 and 2013, individuals who were associated with Uranium One contributed millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation. These revelations led to claims that the donations may have been made to secure favorable treatment from the U.S. government. And former President Bill Clinton received a significant speaking fee for an event held in Russia around the same time that the deal was under review. Critics argued these financial ties raised some ethical concerns. Congressional Republicans launched inquiries into the matter, seeking evidence of a coordinated effort to benefit the Clintons financially. But multiple investigations, including a review by the FBI, found no evidence that Clinton played a direct role in influencing the decision, or that national security was compromised. The email scandal.
In going through the emails, there were over 60,000 in total sent and received. About half were work-related and went to the State Department, and about half were personal, that were not in any way related to my work. I had no reason to save them, but that was my decision because the federal guidelines are clear and the State Department request was clear. For any government employee, it is that government employee's responsibility to determine what's personal and what's work-related.
Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server while serving as Secretary of State became one of the most politically charged controversies of the 2016 presidential election. It was revealed Clinton had used a personal email account for official government communications. It raised immediate concerns about the security of classified information and compliance with federal record-keeping laws. The FBI launched an investigation seeking to determine whether Hillary Clinton had violated federal laws. In July 2016, then FBI Director James Comey announced the findings of the investigation, stating that while Clinton and her aides had been, quote, extremely careless in their handling of classified material, there was no evidence of criminal intent. As such, the FBI recommended against pressing charges. Despite that, the email controversy remained a dominant issue throughout the 2016 election. Clinton's opponents, including Donald Trump, used the scandal to question her integrity and trustworthiness. The phrase, lock her up, became a popular chant at Trump's campaign rallies. Now it's time to hear from you. What are your thoughts on these controversies? Let us know in the comments section below.